Welcome to this DIY Advent craft. Today we are going to make an Advent wreath and include the Noctilucous in it. I'll tell you what that is in a minute. For this craft you will need a few things. A piece of cardboard or box board, a piece of green construction paper, or you could use Bristol board or any kind of green paper. Pom-poms. An unequal number is best because in the art world, uneven always looks better when completed. A round circle so that you can trace. This is a side plate from our dinnerware set. So not the full dinner plate, but a side plate. You will need 4 candles of some sort and 4 holders for the candle of some sort. Whatever you have in your house is fine, and you'll notice that my holders don't match each other. So whatever you find in your house is fine. A pair of scissors, a ballpoint pen, and I am using a green and red marker, but you could use crayons or pencil crayons. Let us begin. We're going to take our piece of cardboard, and we're going to take our circle, and we're going to turn our circle upside down to trace with. Now, please use your pen to do the tracing. If you use a permanent marker, you might leave a ring on the plate and mom and dad won't be very happy with you.
Or spouse.
You go ahead and you trace your ring. Now, go ahead and you cut it out. When I cut out my example, I cut it out just outside the pencil line, you can tell, and made it as big as I could based on this piece of cardboard. Once that is finished, set it aside for a minute. Take your green piece of construction paper. Notice that the circle fits inside the green piece of construction paper. That's good for sizing. Take your piece of construction paper and fold it in half. Then fold it in half again. Now I invite you to take your pen and to draw a holly leaf. Now, some people are better at this than others. You can go online and get a template. You might want to try it in pencil first and draw out a holly leaf such that it fits point on each end. Something like that. Then take your scissors, cut them out. As you're doing this, make sure you slip where you folded it through and cut off this folded edge at the bottom so that your leaves all separate once you've got them cut out. I already have some leaves pre-cut out. You'll want to take your ring back, place it right in front of you. Then take a look at your leaves. Your leaves should fit right around your Advent wreath, like so.
And numbered.
And they are numbered. This is something that you will do to your leaves. Place a number 1, a number 2, a number 3, and a number 4 on your leaves. Now, just so you get an idea of what this is going to look like, I'd invite you to take your candles, put your candles together, and where the leaves meet, set your candles. So right now you can see that it's going to look like an Advent wreath. Okay, you're going to remove the candles. If you look at the hole, look at the hole in the middle. We're going to do something in this middle section.
Pom-poms.
Yes, but not yet.
Oh, okay.
I'd like you to just put a couple little dots, one at each leaf, so that just big enough that you can see them, and then remove your leaves. Can you see my 4 little dots? Just right. We are going to then write the word Amen, or Amen, depending on how you say the word, in this square. So you have to really think about this. So, see, from dot to dot.
Amen.
And maybe I'll put the N over here.
Amen.
I forgot which way the N goes. And then I could put an M and an E in the middle. I can make this.
Amen.
Okay, take a look at this one.
Amen. Amen. Boom, boom, boom.
So you can get pretty fancy. So once you've got the amen on, then extend it just a little bit to give it some color. In case your leaves don't quite match up to the amen, so you don't have bare cardboard. All right, so there's my amen.
Nice.
All right, now, on each leaf, we've numbered our leaves. One for the 4 weeks of Advent.
Yes.
Right, leaf 3, 4, 2, 1. So each week, you will turn over one of your leaves in order. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Oh, you turn over a new leaf.
You're going to turn over a new leaf.
Oh,
this is kind of what Advent's all about.
That's
Very
good.
good. Very good. On each leaf, we are going to write a line and a phrase, which it will be a prayer to carry us through Advent. And in this time of COVID and sadness in the world, perhaps a feeling of hopelessness, sometimes chaos or captivity, these words might be a nice mantra to repeat over and over again when you light your candle each week on your Advent wreath. The words, actually, I'm going to put them here and the camera can come up close to them. You will notice each line is separated out. Each week we will write these on our leaves. So here's the first week. Guide us waking, O Lord. And I've put it right in the middle of the leaf because the candles go on the ends. So when it's on the wreath, you want to be able to see the words. These 4 lines are the beginning of, not the beginning, but they are part of what we call the Nocte Dimittis. The Nocte Dimittis is a song used in liturgy after communion within the Lutheran tradition, and it's based on the story of Simeon. Simeon was an old man who hung out in the temple in Jerusalem, and he was promised that he wouldn't die until he saw the Messiah. When Jesus was brought to the temple for the rites that would happen to a Jewish boy around the age of 8, and Thanksgiving was given at the temple for Jesus, he would come, and Simeon was there waiting. And as soon as he saw Jesus, he knew that Jesus was the Messiah. And he sang a song that, now, Lord, your servant can go in peace. Your word has been fulfilled. My own eyes have seen the salvation which you have prepared in the sight of all people. So he sings this lovely song. When we sing this song in the liturgy, the Nocte Dimittis, we include these words. Guide us waking, O Lord, guard us sleeping, that awake we may watch with Christ, and asleep we may rest in peace.
Nice.
So I invite you to, on day 1, write, guide us waking, O Lord, and then place that on your Advent wreath.
You tape it down?
We will put the first one up. The second one is guard us sleeping, which we will put upside down.
Oh, right.
Well, I could show you the whole thing put together first.
Oh, I see though.
Number 3, that awake we may watch with Christ, and asleep we may rest in peace. So at the end of Advent, that's what it will look like. We'll just set this up for week 1. So there's my leaves. You can see the amen in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Get rid of this. We're going to put on our candles. And these are our berries. And you just kind of like throw them around, you know, so they kind of look, if you have pine cones or little creatures in your Christmas set, like little sheep, or you can add whatever you like. So this is your Advent.
You could use Smarties.
You could use
or,
Smarties.
You know, for
Raisins.
berries. No, Smarties. Because then you could eat your Advent wreath.
That's true, as long as you let it last for all 4 weeks.
Oh, that's not happening.
So, this coming Sunday, November the 29th, 2020, I would invite you to take your number 1 turn it over and say, "Guide us waking, O Lord," and to light the candle and to sit for a few minutes and just reflect. "Guide us waking, O Lord." And then continue doing that for each week, and by the end you'll have the whole prayer. Blessings to you this Advent season. This is an additional note to those of you who are liturgical buffs. From our Evangelical Lutheran Church worship book, on page 324 in our hymn book, under
Daily
Night
Prayer.
Compline,
Right.
you will notice that the prayer sung by the leader is the prayer on the Advent wreath, followed by the Nunc Dimittis. In this setting, it is used as a gospel canticle. So we've put these two pieces of music together.
Right. So it's not in our regular like Sunday worship.
No, just the regular
Liturgy.
Nunc Dimittis
Right.
from time to time.
Right. Okay.
Thank you.